Well, good morning, folks. Hey, the Old Fisherman back with you. Hey, we're on Lake Murray this morning. Last week, I didn't put anything up. We done some fishing, but I'm gonna bring you today little clips from the week's fishing. We done something different. We done a little casting of a bass assassin, caught a few small bass and a bunch of jackfish. We got jackfish. We call them jackfish. They're pickerel, I guess. I'm not sure, but anyhow, we call them jackfish around here. We caught a bunch of them, one crappie casting and some small bass, but we caught them on a bass assassin. This time of year I like to put an 1/8 ounce head on this bass assassin and just cast it into coves if it's dingy water. If it's not dingy water, you want to go to a natural color. But in dingy water, that color right there is it's called the crappie dopper 2-inch, and this particular color right here I think is a lime. Let me see here. Green lime. It's called green lime. One of my favorite colors. And they make one with a little blue on it too, and chartreuse. But that's a good color also. I'm going to take you on the video today and showing you what we done Lake Murray around the house. We messed around and caught some, and we went to Monticello and caught a few. So I might have a little highlight clips of several days of fishing. Hey, hope you enjoy the show. God bless you. And here's that trip, or those trips from last week, highlights. GoPro, start recording. Folks, we got us a nice one. We got us a big fish. I think it's a striper. What it is? We got a good one. We have got a good one. We're casting a little bass assassin jig back in a cove. And we got our first fish of the day, and he's a good one. He's a stumper. It's cold as the devil. We just casting jigs along, and thump, right up in this creek. It's a little dingier in here than it is out in the big water. We got a big old striper or something on. Or a huge bass. I think it's a striper though. I think it's a striper. That joke is steady taking off, I'll tell you that. He's a good one. He's a good one. Oh my. He's a good one. He is a good one. A jumbo magnum here. Cold. I'm sitting at the house. I didn't really want to go fishing. I'm sitting at the house and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go cast a little bit. And when I cast a cove like this, a little ditch, the key is to get on the edge, cast across it and bring it up like the minnow coming back to the bank. Well, that's what we done. We got dingy water in here, and it's like it was in the 20s this morning. The water temperature is 48 degrees here, and this is a good fish. It's definitely a keeper striper. Definitely a keeper striper. He's up under the boat now. Long stroking him, buddy. Long stroking. Long stroking. See if we can find a net. Definitely gonna need a net. This is a nice fish. It's a good one. It's a good one. I mean, a big old fish. That thing hit within 10 feet of the boat. I was pulling across that creek. This is a big fish to catch on the bank, basically. I ain't seen him yet. We got to take our time with him. We won't get him. On a little crappie dopper, 2-inch bass assassin green lime jig. Big old striper up in this creek. Look at him. I mean, the big ones. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. How about that on the light rod, folks? I mean, right back up in this creek. Feeding on these little shads. He killed it too, buddy. He killed it. Oh my. He killed it. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Ain't that a nice one? That's what I call a nice one. Hey, day. Let's see if we can catch another one. That is a nice one, my friend. Get back up here and cast it again. Might get another one right on the bank. Them big fish will hit that little jig. Y'all see it? Little tiny jig. He just about straightened out the hook. Hey, I bet it's more in here. I bet you. Go back up that creek. Right in the back here, a little dingy water. All right. We get another. Let it sink down and just reel it up this creek. You know it's got to be more than one in here. Ought to be some largemouth in here. What I'm thinking. He thumped it. I can tell you that much. Key is to get out of the center of the creek and get on the edge and go across the creek and bring it in. That's the key. In dingy water. Everywhere else is real clear. Back in this cove is dingy. And that's why we call it fish. Crappy doctor. You know something? There's got to be more of them in here. Got to be. Got to be. We're just going to cast the jig and see. One time, years ago, I used to tear the largemouth up in here. The creek come down and makes an S right out there in the middle. Where it makes that turn, that's where they like to hang out. You might not get another one. We sure got one. We can find some more dingy water. There ought to be a largemouth out there with him. Might be the only one we catch, I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know. There is, oh, I had another. I had another right there. Cat, wait a minute, I had another. Same spot. Right on this little ditch. Same exact spot. Go back right there again. Might get another. Right on that edge there. That might have been a largemouth right there. What I'm thinking. That was a largemouth, I bet you. I dumped it, I just missed it. Folks, we was trolling down through here. And we had a fish hit it. It's a little bass. Thought it was a crappie, but it's a bass. A little small bass. Trolling. See that? That's what I'm talking about. A little bass. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Look at that little bass. Y'all see him? Oh, we got another fish on. Of some sort. A darn bass. Look at that. Little bass. Oh, don't fit in. Another bass. What? Look at that. Another little bass. Put him right in there for a second. Oh, good. Caught another bass. Dad, blame monkey that. You get another. Got to be another night. That don't y'all reckon? I'm thinking so. That was a bite. I don't believe that was a bottom. I believe there's something bumped at it twice. I'm out there. There you is. There you is. There you is. What are you? Little bitty bass. Little bitty baby bass. Look at that. Hobby dog. Y'all see him? Let's let him go. Little bitty baby bass. Right where I caught the other one. Jackfish. Look at that. You know what jackfish? You know what jackfish? Oh my! Look what jackfish. Look at that one jackfish. You come got it. Hey, hey. Look at that. They call it a pike, but I call it a jackfish. You don't see me catch them any of them. They're shallow water fish. They eat pretty good if you cook crossways. Across the bone. They got a lot of bone. See if we can dip it. If y'all even see him or not. Got one around here. Old jackfish. That's what he is. Old jackfish. Pretty good one. Look at that, what a jackfish. What? Look at that, what a jackfish. My goodness. Jackfish. That joker got teeth too now. He can hurt you. Tore my jig, I'm afraid. He took my jig. He ain't tore it up. Ow! My finger in his mouth. I need to get in there and get my jig out. Somehow. Pickerel, jackfish. Let my jig come out. Ain't got no more of them. Well, I'm afraid he's untook him. Let's let him go. He untook my jig. I'm about to hump up that jig. I think I was mudding right there. Man. He hit the thing right at the boat. I seen him hit it. right. Catching all kind of crazy fish today. Little bass, jackfish, striper. Catching everything. Camera's not in position. Alright, let's see if we can catch another jackfish. Places like this perfect for a little jig with a spinner. A little flash. They don't have to have the spinner. They'll hit it without the spinner. That might be all we catch. There you got another. How about that? A little bit bigger, I believe. Nah, he ain't. A little bitty old fish. Another little bass. Another little bass. Y'all see him? Look at that little bass. The bass are out, Baba. Because it's so cold. Where the big bass are. Might be out even further. There's another. Now that's a little bit bigger. Oh my, that's a little bit bigger. I was letting it sink and he took it. That's a nice fish right there. That's a good one. Oh, it's another one of them darn old pike jackfish. Look at that. Another one of them jackfish. I mean, hell, boy, don't tear my jig up. Jackfish. A Lake Murray jackfish. What that is. Look at that. It's a heck of a looking thing, ain't it? Look at that. Let's let him go. I stopped it. And as it was sinking, the joker took it. What he done? Let it go down and work it in slow. Might catch nothing. I thought I had a little bit bigger bass that time, but it wasn't. Slow. My old wrist hurts. I can't be doing much of this. I'm wore out. I can't cast like I used to. If I could, I'd do a lot more of it. But it hurts my wrist. Arthritis, I guess. Every one of them's catching is right in that ditch being like that. Probably about 5 foot in the ditch. That hit it, threw it out there, and I twisted a little bit, messing with my line. Got a fish. Look at that, we caught a bluegill. Catch anything. Look at that. Hot dog. No, it's a little sunfish. Caught him in the head. Look at that. It sunk to the bottom, and I was messing with my line, twisting it across the bottom, and he swatted at it. I caught him inside the head. Yeah, that's a good one. Another one of them doggone catfish. How about that, folks? How about that? We catching pike, jackfish, Look at that. He's gonna break my line because he's got the wrap around them teeth. Let's see if we can get him in here. Let's see if we can get him in here. Oh my! You don't see me catching pickerel. I call them pickerel, but they bite. Jackfish is what I think they are. Hey, I might be wrong. Boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, he got it down there too. That's a good one. What? That's a doggone good one. Sure you can't. They will cut you. Them teeth is terrible. Oh, where you going, boy? Come back here. Ah, what you doing? Let me get it out of there. Them teeth is like a darn ocean fish. We got it. You sure don't want to put your hand in the mouth. I can tell you that. And slick. They're like slick. Look at the size of that. That's a good one. Huh? That's a good one. Look at there. Let's let him go. Hey, day. Jackfish delight. I'm catching jackfish tonight. What? Oh, Lord. I got slime all over my hand. Got to take it slow to catch them, though. Seems like when I mess with my reels when I get a bite. Water temperature is 48 degrees right here. We're in clear water, only had a little rain, and this little ditch here is dingy. There's a nothing. There's a nothing. Oh my, there's a nothing. See, it's starting to bite. It's getting on up into the morning. And those, doggone, I believe it's another jackfish. I call them jackfish. What it is. At least I think that's what it is. Yep, another jackfish. See that? Catching jackfish. The toofies. The toothy critters is what they are. Toothy critters, look at that. What? Toothy critters. Let him go. You can't eat them fish now, but if you scale him and fillet him, you got a lot of bones. But if you cut steaks crossways, fry them hard, that bones kind of fry out. And hey, they good eating. They really are. It's cold as the devil. I don't mind telling you. Catching fish, casting with it cold like this. I normally don't cast when it's cold. That's what we're doing today, something different. You can catch these same fish with a little tiny rooster tail. So I'm just slowing my jig down. Alright. Yes, back out yonder. What a big girl's life. Love fishing with the old fisherman. We got to go home. University of South Carolina's got game day down there with the girls basketball, and I want to watch that at 1 o'clock, and it's about 12, because I live right here close, but I got to load my boat up. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go up the river. We're going to hunt us some pockets like this, and we're going to cast. We're going to do something different, something I've never done up the river. We're going to do some casting and some fly rod jigging. See what we can do, something different. And some coves up there. See if there's any fish in them coves up there like down here with this same little jig. When I'm playing, uh-oh. I hate that. You get a bird's nest in your spinning reel, don't never pull it off the end. Always pull it to the side, right there until you get the bird's nest out. If you pull it from the end, you can get a wad of line is all you're going to get in a knot. So you folks out there that had this and you try to pull it off the end, that's the wrong thing to do. Do like I do. Flip your bell back, loosen the drag, and just pull it off the side of the spool till it gets gone. And then you got it. The tip from the Old Fisherman. Learned that the hard way. Let me tell you. We got to throw them little bass back too. A couple of them we kept earlier. We're going to chunk them back in a minute. I'll tell you this time of year, there's a nuttin'. Oh my, there's a nuttin'. Another one of them doggone jackfish. We're killing the jackfish today, folks. We're making a jackfish video. Huh? They killing it back in this little dingy water. Piles of them in here. Jackfish video. Look at that. What? Look at there, look at that. Uh-oh, my cameras done went off. What in the world? What's going on with my camera? Oh, come on. I think we're gonna run out of film. Yep. Oh well. My memory is filled up in that card, I believe. I don't know. Let's turn it back on. Maybe it'll come back on now. No, it's filled. See if we can catch another with the other camera right quick. Warming up what it is. Them fish are coming in here to soak up some of this sun in this dirty water. That's what they're doing. And we just sitting here. Uh-oh. I'm about to throw my jig up. What they undone. We're just casting over that creek bed, pulling one in ever so often. That's all we're doing. That's all we doing. There's another. We got another. Oh my, we got another jackfish. Ain't this fun? Hey, I bet you there ain't many people made a jackfish video. Well, that's what we doing today. That's a nice one. What? That joker's pulling now. That might be a largemouth. Nope, another jackfish. Big one. Big one. Big one. What? Big one. Come in here, Jack boy. Look at that. Jackfish video. Got to love it. Y'all see it? Look at that. Ain't that something? Huh? Look at the size of that one. That's a jumbo. Look at that jig in his mouth. Look at that. Beautiful thing. I want y'all to look at the teeth in this joker. If I can pull his mouth open, which I'm gonna have to do it with these pliers, I want y'all to see the teeth in that joker. Look at that. Come in here. Look at that. Look at that teeth. Huh? That joker will bite you. Let's let him go. Let's let him go. Hey, that's fun to catch. I'm having me a good time. Loving life with the old fisherman. He's turning on out there. The jig ain't staying up. I got to hunt me another jig. I start catching fish, I don't want to go home. This time of year, I'm thinking you're better off fishing in the evening after the sun's beating in the water. Fish move up. That's what I'm thinking. There's one. That's a doggone crappie. Oh, Lord have mercy. Who would have thought that? We just caught a crappie casting. Oh my, y'all see it? Look at that. We just caught a crappie casting. As sure as the world. I don't know. That's something I hate to do. You don't do much in here no more. Not in this clear water. How about that? Doggone crappie casting. Huh. I would have never thunk it. I would have never thunk it. Keep thinking I'm gonna catch another one in here, but it's too shallow. Creek run right against the bank over there. I think what them fish is doing is hanging out, trying to scoot up in here. There's one. There's one way up in here. There's one. The doggone jackfish is up in here. And another jackfish. Oh my! Another jackfish. Ain't no bigger. Y'all see it? Jokers are fast now when you throw them back. They're getting out of dodge. Slick, my gosh. They're like slime, they're so slick. This fish hitting the water up here in front of us. We're in the wrong place. Got to get up there. There's a school of them up here on the point. Steady hitting. I bet you they're going to be gone by the time I get there. See, I had one. Got it again. There he is. We got him. Got him going. Doggone jackfish. No, that's a little bass. Little bass. Little bass. What they are. Y'all see him? See him, little bass? We got a whole school of them out here in front of us. What we got. Whole school of them. Little tiny bass. There he is. Oh my. There he is. There he is. There must be 15 or 20 little bass behind that bass. That's what's out there. Little bass. schooling. There he is. Got a nut. Got a nut. A little bass. Look at that. A little bass. Y'all see him? Oh, bass. Lord have mercy, we got the first fish of the day, and he's a good one. He's a good one. Oh my, he's a good one. Lord have mercy, what have I got? About 22 foot of water on a ridge out here, and I pulled that jig up real soft and one stuck it, and I think it's a largemouth. It could be a striper though. Lord have mercy, did he stick it? What he is, but he stuck it. I can tell you that much. I think it's a largemouth. I ain't got my net out. Oh, that mercy. If it's a largemouth, it's a big one. It is too. Largemouth. Look at him. First fish of the day is a 4-pound largemouth. What? I am not kidding y'all. On a blue 1.5 inch Charlie Brewer. Y'all see it? That's what we caught him on. Charlie Brewer. Oh my. Hey folks, we put a crappie jig on. Ran this tree limb here. Old pine tree in the water. I was gonna fish some crappies like my daddy used to fish with the fly rod and jig. And we done caught us a big old nice bass. Trying a different technique because there's nothing biting. Hey, look at that. Look at there, look at there. What we doing? Thin old pine tree blowing over in the water. And what I done is I took my old long rod and I put me a Bobby Garland green and chartreuse combination jig on with a black 16th head. We just dropped it around the trash, and I dropped it in about 5 foot down in this trash. Boom! Caught me a bass. Hey, who knows? We might catch some fish like this. Who knows? I'll try anything. And they ain't biting. The bass is out here on the trees. It's blown down. It's deep water. It's 20 foot. And a big old pine. You can see where it blown a big old pine over and it's laying in the water here. It might be the last fish we catch, but darn if we didn't catch one like that. This is where we used to fish years ago. Just drop the doggone jig around the trash. Is what we used to do. Folks, casting a little neck, and we got a first bass on, believe it or not. Nice one too. Oh my, nice one too. First big bass on this morning. Casting a bass assassin jig in a creek where the water got a little dingy from runoff from rain. I used to catch them in here all the time. And hey, first fish of the day. Got to love that. We're gonna put him in here for a little bit. See what else we get. What it is a creek that runs in here and makes a split. And right where it makes that split is where them bass set up. These shad that move back up in here in this dingy water. And all we're doing is going across the ditch, letting it sink down about 8 foot, and we just reeling it in. We just caught our first fish of the day. I used to catch them in here a lot years ago. Hadn't fished in here in a while. Anyhow, I'm turning the boat around with the wind blowing in here. That's what makes it good catch. and you got dingy water, which makes it excellent, and clear water right out there. We just gonna sit here on the bank, casting out in the middle, and pulling it back in. That's what we're gonna do. I'll show you what we're using. We got a 1/8 ounce head, jig head, and a little 2 1/8 inch bass assassin. See it right there? That's what we got. And looks like we're gonna have to throw out the other end of the other side of the boat unless I go to the other side. So I'm gonna turn the cameras a little bit like this. Let's see if we can catch them that going out in the middle. Well, one out there, it's got to be two. Got to be two out there. I have seen time to catch 10 or 15 in here. There's nothing. There's nothing. Oh my, there's another. They in here. Another one. Another bass. Oh my, look at him. Look at him. Ain't no big one, but it's another bass. Y'all see it? Bass assassin jig in a dingy creek. You see that? That's what I'm talking about right there. We're gonna put them in here. Front. We're gonna throw them all back because I don't want none. Let's swim in here good.